Howdy everyone, Pocher here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we're looking at the Van North, specifically changes that are coming to some of these heroes. Playcott have been paying attention. They see that the community is unhappy with the way this faction performs, and now they are taking steps to hopefully increase how these characters perform in battle. So we will be looking at what changes are currently being implemented to the faction. Now keep in mind, this is still early testing. Anything I show you in this video may change, may be altered, may not even be used at all, or may be completely changed to work differently in the future. Until it comes out in official patch notes, do not take this as the Bible. It is not going to be as it may when it is actually released into the game. Please keep that in mind. So at the moment, we're looking at two minor changes to the faction to help survivability. These changes are coming in the form of Starvold, the leader, and Grotto, the tank. At the moment, we are looking at, and this is pre-change, so this is what is currently in the game. We'll be looking at non-awakened and awakened as well. So this is non-awakened. The first change is coming through Starvold. He is going to have an increase to his reduction to critical damage to the faction. So that is going to allow the, again, survivability, mitigation, damage mitigation, any crits done to the faction are going to be less effective. And the second change is coming through Grotto. Through his passive, he's able to apply a shield when the magic absorb kicks in. Each effect absorbed by an allied veneer gives all other allies a shield equal to 1%. Now, this is actually really decent. The issue is that the magic absorption for these heroes is actually quite low. It's 5%. So you're looking at a 25% chance to get a 1% shield, which mathematically is not great. 25%, 28, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 28% if, no, that's wrong. 27% if Gerda is in the team, because she has an 8% chance instead of a 5% chance. 5, 6, 7, 8. My maths is really bad right now. 28. No, it is 28. It is 28. It's 28. I got there. I got there in the end. It's a public holiday. Just give it to me. Give it to me. Okay. All right. So that's the second change. Is this? This is going to be increased so the allies receive more of a shield. Magic absorption happens frequently, so but 1% is very ineffective. So through these two changes, the faction becomes a little bit heavier on the damage mitigation side, and hopefully it's going to make an impact. So keep that in mind. So we have the Cloud Wanderers on the field. These are some of the strongest heroes in the game. Not many people use Tio in the squad. He's normally replaced with a Librarian, but we are going to be versing the full Cloud Wanderers squad. Now, at the moment, we have pre-buff Van Norths versus the Cloud Wanderers. Now, these Van Norths have 0 awakening. These Cloud Wanderers, the Theodore and the Roxanne, are completely awakened. We are not going to win this first fight, but the idea is not to win. We want to lose, and then we just want to fight. We just want to fight, and then we want to see how the fight changes when we kick in the changes to Starvold and Grotto. That is the plan. So I'm going to run this faction as they should be played. I'm not going to try and optimize the battle. We're going to do the same thing for both fights, so just keep that in mind. And then we'll jump these characters up to fully awakened, and we'll see the difference then. So this is regular. We're going to just use the skills in the order they're meant to be used, and we'll see how they perform. Now, I don't really... you could use either one here. This puts Ice Block on, but they're currently, yeah. Okay, so then we use the AoE with our Halus. Then we get hit, and it pretty much falls apart from this part. Once the Roxanne uses her initiative reduction and an increase, it's pretty much GG for the team. Like I said, we do not have strong damage mitigation at the moment, and it just falls apart. Yeah, it's once we lose that Halus, I don't think you can win Van Norths versus Cloud Wanderers if Halus dies before the Ever. I think that's an uphill battle. But again, like I said, this isn't really meant to do anything except show us the difference. So there we go. There is the pre changed non-awakened Vans versus the Cloud Wanderers. We'll jump into the battle again with the changes and still level 7 skills though. And we'll see how much more impactful it's going to be against a faction like this. Okay, so jumping into the second fight, we have the Cloud Wanderers at level 8, that's Theodore and Roxanne. Our Van Norths are still at level 7 skills, and we have the changes implemented now. So as you can see, our Starvold is applying a 30% crit damage reduction instead of 20%, and our Grotto is now applying a 5% shield for the buffs or debuffs prevented or absorbed. So we'll jump in now. We'll have a look. As you can see, we've already got more of a shield than we did originally. So the idea here is I don't think we're going to win, but I feel like we're going to survive a lot longer, and that's a huge change. So we're going to go ahead, cast our abilities in the same order we did previously, regardless of what happens in this fight. We cast this ability. And you see we've got a decent shield on us already. So much different to how the previous fight. Alright, we killed Astoria. I mean, the fact that we've even killed someone is a big change. Let's use our AoE there. Probably shouldn't. We probably could have used or benefited from the coordination, but I'm trying to do the exact same. Grotto takes a bit of damage here. We're going to AoE. Grotto nearly dies there. Going to get some more AoE out. We're going to get another bout of AoE. We've lost 2 characters now. We've lost the Halus, which is really bad because now when Eva dies, she will resurrect. But again, we've survived we've almost survived double the length in the fight. I feel like with a little bit of change, we could potentially get a better outcome. Okay, so that was the same skill set. I feel like I could have optimized that battle, so we're going to reload. We'll go one more time. I just want to test one little difference in the fight and see if it impacts the fight in any way. But survivability, a lot more noticeable with just those 2 changes. So we're going to go to a 4 times speed. We get the shield off the bat. What I want to do here is, I'm pretty sure. Heroes can't miss. Let's change the way we use our abilities. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I want to cast this ability this time. Then we're going to use our AoE. Then we're going to get some more shield here. Nice. Now we're going to cast coordination. Now we're going to use our AoE. Okay, nice. We're going to heal here. Get our health back. That's why I wanted to change it. That's why I wanted to use, because the experiment was to use the exact same skill set as the first one, so it was controlled. We could see the difference, which the difference was obviously evident. We survived a lot longer, but completely changing the way we use the skills, versing the enemy we're versing. Huge difference. So let me explain some things that happened here, just so you understand why I did what I did. I have to reload the fight because I can't click on these heroes if the battle has ended. So let's bring these heroes back up. Let's look at what happened. So with Ulfrin, there's no point in casting this. This adds blindness. There's a chance to blind. Obviously, enemies can fortify, all that, not jizz jazz, whatever. There's no point casting this because you can't blind these heroes. I mean, they're still going to be able to hit you. They have their... Oh, they don't have it yet. Who applies that? Someone applies it. Is it Astoria? Is she going to do it right now? Yeah. Cannot miss. So they've got 3 turns of not missing. So it's almost a waste using this. We go Rattle. It gives us the chance to cast our damage ability 1 turn sooner. And as you can see, it took out, well, did lots of damage to the enemy team. And mixed with Gerda, we're able to take out the vulnerable characters, the Astoria, the Theodore, and the Eva. We eliminated them with these 3 characters, or 4 characters AoE. You got 4 characters that can do AoE here, which is huge. You bypass the Ramfit, massive. So this is completely non-awakened. We can look at these skills. 7s, 7s. Just to prove to you, we've got 7 skills. You know, 7. It's level 7. Level 7 everywhere. This was just done with the 2, I'm going to call them minor adjustments to Starvold and Grotto. And you saw how the fight completely changed. Completely changed. So there you go. Now we'll jump to the third fight. Again, it's going to be the changes, but we're going to use the Van Norths with completely awakened skills. They will dominate even pre-adjustment to Starvold and Grotto, but we still just want to see. We just want to test and have a look at the difference in the fights. Okay, so jumping into the battle, we have the Cloud Wanderers, Tio and Roxanne. They're awakened. All our characters are awakened as well. We're going to look at Starvold. As you can see, we're at a 30% critical damage reduction. And with Grotto, we are at we're still 1%. So those have not been changed. This is pre-adjustment to the faction, but this is fully awakened. Every hero here is awakened. 5 out of 5 heroes completely awakened versus the Cloud Wanderers, which have 2 of 5 heroes completely awakened. Now, we'll follow the same skill set we've been doing for the fights, and we'll see this will be a win to the Van Norths. Completely awakened, they're a decent faction. So, jump into battle. We're just going to use the skills we've been using for every other fight. I'm going to go ahead and use our AoE here. We should be able to take out 2 carry on. Nearly took out Tio there. That's okay. Ulfrin will get him in a second. Never mind. The passive from Gerda got him. Gerda she's strong. I love a good old Gerda, that's for sure. And her art's beautiful. And as you can see, there's nothing the faction can do at this point. Cloud Wanderers have no chance. I mean, Gerda herself will take these characters out if her turn comes around. And there we do the AoE and we'll finish it. So there you go. So it's obvious they were going to beat the Cloud Wanderers fully awakened, but we're still going to test them with the adjustments because we're looking at things that speed of the battle. Is the battle going to end faster? Are our heroes going to end in a better state than what they did here? You know, if you're, for example, looking at tournament, if you're a avid tournament player, if you can awaken some skills and end a fight with full HP over ending at half HP, that's a huge difference. So, yeah, we'll look at the fight. This team ended, there's no damage at all. But, again, we'll still see what the changes do to the team and how they perform in the battle. So, jumping into battle, this is completely awakened Cloud Wanderers versus completely awakened Vans post change. So as you can see, Starvold is now doing 40% damage reduction from crit damage. And we've got our Grotto applying a 5% shield. We've got all our awakening jizz jazz on every single hero. This fight is going to be, again, tremendously different. And we'll use the bad skill set the way they shouldn't be used. And I believe we're still just going to, we'll just the exact same as we did in the previous fight. And you'll see that it's just, it's night and day, really. I mean, there's not much the Cloud Wanderers can do. A two awakened team versus 5 awakens, there should always be a huge difference in the outcome of the fight. Again, we'll just cast this so we can get our AoE out a lot better. A lot faster, sorry. And we can top up here if we want. Use our AoE, take out the big damage. And we could have used coordination there. We should have used coordination there. That was my bad. Yeah, we actually end the fight with... Oh, full HP again. Full HP. Beautiful. Yeah. Again, we didn't even use the optimal... Let's go one more time. Let's use the absolute, what I believe, optimal way to use these skills in combat, and see what the difference is. So we're jumping into the fight. So we're going to use this the way I believe they should be used. Am I a Van Norths pro? I don't know. You could call me. I don't know. You do whatever. You call me whatever you want. There's people that call me a lot worse. Let's jump in. You use. I shouldn't even use that ability. Still, this is not an optimal fight. I could have done a little bit better. So we get our AoE out. There we go, and we'll take out So we take out 3 of the characters. We get some AoE. We take out Eva, and I mean, we've got one boy left. I'm just going for a quick kill. I'm not going for. There we go. There we go. That was quite quick. I can't end it there. Let me do it optimally. I want to do this as best I can. I used what I think you should use Gerda's second ability first instead of the third. I think. That's the only character I'm a little bit confused on how you use her abilities. We use this ability first. It doesn't really seem like it did that much difference. We got a lot more shields in this fight though. We used the AoE. We took out 2 characters. I guess the outcome wasn't hugely different. Grotto takes out. We got a lot more shield this time. But that's RNG. You have no control over that. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I mean, I guarantee you go back to the start of this video. People watching this from the start for the first time probably heard the changes coming. The 10% increase to crit damage reduction and the 1% to 5% shield increase. And probably thought, how is that going to change the battle? Because I guarantee I did it. I read those changes when I first saw them and thought, I mean, what is that really going to do? But there's the evidence. That's how they're performing at the moment with the changes. Now, like I said, this is test server. This is not being in any official Playcot patch notes, Age of Magic patch notes. Things could still change. As a player, though, I think just those 2 minor changes have definitely increased the value of the Van Norst. You saw it. I mean, what more can I do? If you have any questions, if you have any thoughts, by all means, let me know. I'm happy to get the information out to you guys the best I can. But yeah, there you go. There are the Van Norst pre and post what is looking like the current changes. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I will answer it to the best of my ability. And wherever you're around the world, until next time, please take care of yourself.